All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. His first carry. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, Hines. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 52.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Alert flare. Spare the key. Rotate spare. Tight dog. One. At 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. You remember me?
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it. One. Check. Kill. Chopper.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. That is caught at the 7.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 52's the mark, boy, 52. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They run with Hines. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
I got motion, I got motion. My 52.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, now, 230. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Black 5. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the show that bench release and go. Black.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Motion. H3, 218, chopper. Watch the run.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 7, Raiders 7.
Two right here. Watch the out. Watch the out. Back. One.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
26 months.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mariota now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
26 months. Take it. 26 months. 26 man. Win championship. 26, baby. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
They'll run on first down. Grimes, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Check 43.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is Parker, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Check hot route.
This is Grant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50, check 50. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Bang.
They will run with Grant. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Grant, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
All right, now, black 20. You can't block me. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin the drive with Hines. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 22.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
He's got the first down inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
One. Check it out, read. Watch motion.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 9. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 26 Mike. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. They run again with Hines. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th and goal.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Kicker Catanzaro on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the left side. Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go, here we go. Kill, turn up. Check flag.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Airing it out for Olsen. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Raiders take over.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
22, 44. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 16, Roethlisberger getting this into the hands of Turner. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike. All right, now. Flight 80. Here we go. Alert, alert. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Corey Grant, 63 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 3. Undercut.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now it's Hines. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They've done it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Mike's 50.
Hey, Mike's 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Middle.
Watch the run. Hey.
Alert.
50. Mike 50.
Hey, exit. Easy.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Like 5. Alert.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, Mike's 50.
Black and turn.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Easy.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Now it's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.